All right, Jared.
He had 3 beers at lunch. That would make anybody sleepy.
I've never seen him do any work around here. What's his job?
Safety inspector.
That irresponsible oaf? A man who by all rights should have been killed dozens of times by now?
316 times by my count.
That's the man who's in charge of...
That's the man who's in charge of our safety? It boggles the mind.
It's best not to think about it.
As Homer continues his pitch back, he grabs the nearby beaker of acid and takes a drink it. Frank notices and slaps it out of Homer's hand. The acid goes flying and burns a huge hole in the wall.
You idiot! You nearly drank a beaker full of sulfuric acid.
Acid, eh? Gee, that would have been stupid. Boy, would my face be red?
Homer starts to laugh again. Frank grows fiercely agitated.
Stop laughing, you imbecile! Don't you realize how close you just came to killing yourself?
Homer just gives Frank a dumb grin. Meanwhile, Burns passes by with new dog executive vice president. He notices the burnt hole in the wall. Who did this to my wall?
He did.
Is this true?
Technically it is true, sir, but...
Come with me. Burns leaves.
He likes you.
Homer gives Frank a thumbs up as Frank walks away annoyed. Power plant outside Burns' office. From behind the door, we hear Frank getting scolded by Burns and a dog with all the barking. How dare you destroy my valuable wall and spill my priceless acid? Do you think you're going to get away with it?
I wasn't.
I'm going to give you one more chance at a reduced salary. So straighten up and fly right.
But sir, if I could...
The dog continues to bark and growl at Frank in the office. Frank leaves Burns' office looking royally pissed. The power plant control room. Homer sits stupidly at his control panel until he's spun around by Frank with a rage in his eyes.
Hey, grimy old buddy.
I'm not your buddy, Simpson. I don't like you. In fact, I hate you. Stay the hell away from me, because from now on, we're enemies.
Frank starts to walk away.
Okay. Do I have to do anything?
At Moe's bar at night. Homer sits at the bar as Moe wipes the bar with a rag. Homer sits next to Barney Gumble.
Oh, I can't believe it. I got an enemy. Me, the most beloved man in Springfield.
It's a weird world, Homer. As hard as it is to believe, some people don't care for me either.
No, I won't accept that.
No, it's true. I got their names written down here in what I call my enemies list.
Barney takes a list and reads it.
Jane Fonda, Daniel Shore, Jack Anderson. Hey! This is Richard Nixon's enemies list. You just crossed out his name and put yours.
Okay, give me that. Give me it back.
Moe takes the list from Barney. Moe starts writing on the list.
Barney Gumble.
Oh, what'll I do, Moe?
Well, why don't you invite him over for dinner? Turn him from an enemy to a friend. Then when he's not expecting it, bam! No fork in the eye.
Do you think it might work without the fork in the eye?
Well, there's always a first time.
Simpson's dining room. Marge and Lisa sit at the table and the family's dressed in their best Sunday wear.
This dinner has to go absolutely perfect. If Grimy and me are going to be friends, Lisa, be perfect.
Okay.
Marge, perfect. Bart, perfect. Other kid, perfect.
I only have 5 lobsters. Are you sure he's not bringing anyone with him?
No, he doesn't know he's coming to dinner. I didn't think he'd come, so I called and said, I have something really important to tell him, and I can only tell him about it here.
Doorbell rings.
It's him. It's him. It's him. It's him. It's him. It's him.
Calm down, Homer. Calm down. Answer the door.
Homer takes a deep breath. Simpson front door living room. Homer opens the front door.
Welcome to the Simpson residence, or Casa de Simpson, as I call it.
Frank is at the door looking tired, overworked, and messy with a bunch of paperwork spilling out of his briefcase.
Yeah. What did you want to see me about, Simpson? This better be important.
It is. But first, let me introduce you to my family. The perfect family. This is my wife, Marge,
Hello.
and our beautiful baby.
Maggie steps on her pacifier.
My daughter, Lisa, IQ 156.
Hi.
See? And my son, Bart. He owns a factory downtown.
How do you do? Look, Homer, I'm late for my night job at the foundry. So if you don't mind telling me...
Frank knows the grand interior of the Simpsons home, even though it really just is a basic living home.
Good heavens, this is a palace!
And delusions, Frank, it's a basic home. 2-story, yes, but still pretty basic.
How in the world can you afford to live in a house like this, Simpson?
I don't know. Don't ask me about the economy.
Yeah, but look at the size of this place. I live in a single room above a bowling alley. Below another bowling alley.
Wow.
Frank looks at Homer's pictures on the wall.
I'm sorry, isn't that?
Yep, that's me, all right. And the guy standing next to me is President Gerald Ford. And this is when I was on tour with the Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, and here's a picture of me in outer space.
You went into outer space? You?
Sure. You've never been?
Homer pulls out his Grammy Award.
Would you like to see my Grammy Award?
No, I wouldn't. God, I've had to work hard every day of my life. And what do I have to show for it? This briefcase and this haircut. And what do you have to show for your lifetime of sloth and ignorance?
What?
Everything! A dream house, 2 cars, a beautiful wife, a son who owns a factory, fancy clothes, and lobsters for dinner.
Yep, sounds like pretty heavy. By the way, you're invited to eat one of those lobsters, asshole. I was on your side the first half of the episode, but now you're just a jealous prick. I'm sorry, this part always bothered me, as you can tell.
And do you deserve any of it? No!
What are you saying?
I'm saying you're what's wrong with America, Simpson. You coast through life, you do as little as possible, and you leech off decent, hardworking people like me. If you lived in another country, you'd starve to death long ago.
Abby. You got your dare, Dad.
You're a fraud, a total fraud.
Frank leaves. He turns back.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, I'm glad you fried that later. Yeah, I said it. The door slams. The family tries to break away from Homer, not wanting to feel his embarrassment. 35 Industry Way Factory. Bart and Milhouse walk through the empty factory and see a bunch of old cash registers and vats of toxic waste.
Wow. Adding machines. Industry waste. What should we do with this stuff, Bart?
I think we both know the answer to that. Bart and Milhouse toss the cash registers into the vat of toxic waste and watch it burn. Later, Milhouse is mopping the floor. He sighs from the work, then hears a tapping from the window upstairs. It's Bart in his office. Get to work! There, both Bart and Milhouse are on top of an old wooden staircase, rocking it back and forth. Wacky Shack!
Wacky Shack! Better be careful, Bart. Look at those warning signs.
Warning signs are on the railing of the staircase that say building unsound and unsafe. Bart takes the signs and tosses them out the window. Solve your problem, Milhouse?
Yep.
Bart and Milhouse rapidly shake the staircase back and forth. Outside Simpson's home, Marge walks out the front door and passes by Homer, still sitting in his car. She barely notices this. Then, curious, she goes up to the passenger window. She knocks on the window.
Homer? Homer, why aren't you at work?
Yeah, the car won't start. I don't feel very good today. I am at work.
You're afraid to go to work because Frank Grimes will be there, aren't you?
That's crazy talk. You're crazy, Marge. Get off the road.
Homer honks his horn. Marge steps in the car with him.
You'll have to face him sometime. And when you do, I'm sure he'll be just as anxious to make up as you are.
No, he won't. He hates me.
He doesn't hate you. He just feels insecure because you're getting through life so easily. And it's been so difficult for him.
Yeah, that's his problem. He's a nut. It's not about me being lazy. It's about him being a crazy nut.
Well, maybe. But I'll bet he would be a little less crazy if you were just a little bit more professional in your work. Just a little more, then he won't have any reason to resent you.
Homer thinks for a beat.
I'll do it.
Homer takes out a bottle of gum.
To professionalism.
Homer proceeds to chug the bottle down. The power plant control room, we see Homer has an inspirational work poster in the back of the station that says Mr. Good Employee. Homer sits at his control panel with donuts neatly stacked like a tower on his left and his right. Homer takes one of the donuts and eats it gently with a knife and fork, like a true classy gentleman. Frank passes by and notices Homer.
Good morning, fellow employee. You'll notice I'm now a model worker. We should continue this conversation later during a designated break period. Sincerely, Homer Simpson.
A danger alarm goes off in the control room and Frank just leaves. Interior power plant break room. Frank enters to see Carl and Lenny and approaches them.
You believe that guy? He's in his office making a pathetic attempt to look professional.
That's at least he's trying.
Hey, what do you got against Homer anyway?
Are you kidding? Does this whole plant have some disease where they can't see that he's an idiot? Look here.
Frank points to the chart to a bulletin board that the chart the accidents that the power plant has per year.
Accidents have doubled every year since he became safety inspector, and meltdowns have tripled. Has he been fired? No. Has he been disciplined? No.
Everybody makes mistakes. That's why they put erasers on pencils.
Yeah, Homer's okay. Give him a break.
No, Homer is not okay, and I want everyone in this plant to realize it. I would die a happy man if I could prove that to you that Homer has the intelligence of a 6-year-old.
A beat. Carly just ignore Frank, as you should, or by your own sad life you should. So, how you doing? Frank gives a frustrated groan and walks away as he leaves the break room. Frank notices a posting on the break room for Children's Power Plant Model Contest. Frank takes the post and gets an idea.
Here we go.
Power plant of Frank's office. Frank uses a ruler to trace a rectangle around the words children and kids, and also a picture of a child holding a model power plant, and he cuts them out. Frank looks over his handiwork and chuckles sinisterly. Power plant control room. Frank has left his edited post on Homer's control panel. Homer notices
Hey, design your own power plant, huh? Oh, this is my chance to show everyone how professional I am. Lenny, tell Mr. Burns I've gone home early to work on a contest.
Frank watches from the window and sees Homer leaving and getting into his car. He chucks sinisterly, and as until Homer unknowingly does a hard reverse and rams into Frank's parked car.
Oh, God!
That's what he deserves. Simpson's kitchen. Day. The door that leads to the basement near the kitchen has a post on it that says Genius at Work. From inside, we can hear Homer having difficulty with his project as several power tools and indistinct rants can be heard from Homer.
Ow!
Marge and Lisa over here came from the kitchen. Can I go downstairs and see what Dad's doing?
I wouldn't bother him, honey. He's making some kind of model for a contest. He says it's really high-tech stuff that we wouldn't understand.
Homer steps out of the basement door.
Marge, do we have any elbow macaroni and glue-on sparkles?
In 35 Industry Way Factory, we see Milhouse banging on an old furnace with a baseball bat as Bart watches. Bart checks his watch and blows the factory whistle.
Oh boy, quitting time.
Milhouse tosses the bat into the furnace, grabs his coat, and prepares to leave. Just a minute, Van Houten. Somebody needs to guard this place tonight so it doesn't get trashed. How you like to be night watchman? Bart presents Milhouse with a police hat and baton.
But I'm sleepy.
Oh, no problemo. Bart hands Milhouse the baton and puts the hat on his head, then gives him a nickel as he leaves. Here's a nickel for the coffee machine. Milhouse slungs his head and heads over to the coffee machine. Milhouse puts a nickel into the machine. At first, a rat drops into the styrofoam cup and scurries off. Then the coffee purses into the cup, and Milhouse takes it for a sip. Ew.
So this is my life. At least I've done better than Dad.
Milhouse begins his patrol as he swirls his baton. 35 Industry Way Factory. The next morning, Bart whistles as he walks to his factory until he sees it's in complete ruins. This is Milhouse standing in front of the mess. Ah, geez, Milhouse. How could you let this happen? You're supposed to be a night watchman.
I was watching. I saw the whole thing. First it started falling over, then it fell over.
Wow, I wonder where all the rats are going to go. They pan across the devastated factory as all the rats we see scurry off into Moe's.
All right, everybody. Tuck your pants into your socks.
In the power plant auditorium, the children's nuclear plant design contest is underway as Mr. Burns and Smithers are at the podium on stage. And the bold new ideas these tiny titans revealed for us today could make thousands of jobs like yours obsolete. There's scant applause in the auditorium.
Our first little genius is Ralph Wiggum.
Ralph comes in carrying a model that's obviously a Malibu Stacy dollhouse. The silent dollhouse says Malibu Stacy dream house, but Malibu Stacy's crossed off and is replaced with nuclear. Ralph places the model, or dream house, on the table.
It's pretty good, sir.
Burns inspects the model. Hot tub, media room. This was a power plant, not Aunt Blue's bordello. Thank you. Get out. Next. Ralph turns to the audience in the auditorium. An awkward beat.
Ralphie, get off the stage, sweetheart.
Ralphie takes the model and leaves the stage. Soon after, Martin Prince steps in and presents an advanced, futuristic-looking model of the power plant.
Behold the power plant of the future today.
Too cold and sterile. Where's the hot?
But it really generates power. It's lighting this room right now.
Martin turns the knob on his model. He powers the lighting in the auditorium. He turns it back up. You lose. Get off my property. Let's have the next child. Martin leaves and Homer steps in holding the pathetic-looking small half-assed model of the power plant where it works.
Look, everybody, Simpsons in a contest with children.
Hey, shh.
You're making us miss the contest.
Homer sets his broke-ass model on the table and Burns observes. Could you explain your model, young man?
What's to explain? He's an idiot.
I'm down.
Well, basically, I just copied the plant we have now.
Hmm.
Then I added some fins to lower wind resistance, and this racing stripe here I feel is pretty sharp.
Agreed. First prize. Burns pins on Homer first place medal.
What?
Way to go, Homer.
You're number one, Homer.
But it was a contest for children.
Yeah, and Homer beat their brains out.
The audience in the auditorium begins to give Homer a standing ovation and cheer for him. Frank gets in front of the crowd.
I can't stand it any longer. This whole plant is insane. Insane, I tell you.
Frank begins to scream and have a complete meltdown. Frank runs into the other room. Power plant hallway. Frank runs to, flailing his arms.
I can be lazy too. Look at me.
Frank partially moves to the nearby employee. You're going to be Homer. Going to go all the way.
Hi, I'm a worthless employee, just like Homer Simpson. Give me a promotion.
Frank walks like a penguin to the upper room. Power plant cafeteria. Frank grabs donuts from the box and starts picking out.
Oh, I eat like a slob, but nobody minds.
Frank then rushes into nearby men's restroom.
I'm peeing on the seat. Give me a raise.
Frank steps out of the restroom.
Now I'm returning to work without washing my hands, but it doesn't matter because I'm Homer Simpson.
Power plant control room. Frank sits at Homer's control panel, swivels around in the chair.
I don't need to do my work because someone else will do it for me. Do, 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 do.
Homer, Burns, Smithers, Carl, and Lenny step in.
Hey, you okay, Grimy?
I'm better than okay. I'm Homer Simpson.
You wish.
Damn straight.
Hi, Mr. Burns. I'm the worst worker in the world. Time to go home to my mansion and eat my lobster.
It's a basic house. Frank comes across some voltage cables. There's a warning that says danger, extremely high voltage.
What's this? Extremely high voltage? Well, I don't need safety gloves because I'm Homer Simpson.
Zap, as Frank touches the cables, off screen. Universe is basically trying to mess with Homer Simpson, ain't it? Cemetery day. We see a tombstone engraved Grimes, and Frank's coffin in front of it. Reverend Lovejoy is giving the service.
Frank Grimes, or Grimy, as he liked to be called, taught us that a man can triumph over adversity. And even though Frank's agonizing struggle Through life was tragically cut short.
We see that the Simpson family, Carl, Lenny, Burns, Snivers, Burns' vice president dog, and many others are in attendance. We pan across the funeral attendees with Homer sleeping, snoring loudly, and mouth drooling.
I'm sure he's...
Change the channel, Marge.
That's a Homer.
The crowd laughs uncontrollably as Frank's coffin is lowered into the ground. Cut to
Bye.
black. All right. Nice job on the episode, everyone. All right. Camp Krusty, written by David M. Stern. Springfield Elementary, Krabappel's class.
Well, children, it's the last day of school.
Yay!
Yay.
Here are your grades.
Krabappel hands Bart Simpson his report card, and he has an F- in every subject as dramatic music plays. Oh no, Mr. Krabappel, if I don't get a C average, my dad won't let me go to Camp Krusty.
Well, isn't it fair to the other children, but all right?
Krabappel changes all Bart's grades on the report card to a C-, the red marker, and hands it back to Bart. Much obliged, Dolph. Bart slaps Krabappel on the behind.
Oh, Bart Simpson, I'm gonna miss you.
Attention, everyone. This is Principal Skinner.
Cut back and forth to Skinner's office.
I trust you all brought your implements of destruction.
Students in Bart's classroom suddenly take out axes, bats, clubs, etc. out of their desks. Nelson becomes a flamethrower. Bart is suddenly shirtless, wearing a headband and spike straps, and carrying a machine gun, kind of like Schwarzenegger from Commando.
Now let's trash this dump.
The students start to trash Springfield Elementary by burning textbooks, chainsawing desks, breaking windows, property as songs out when summer plays. Skinner carries a box of files.
Somebody put a torch to these permanent records.
Two students light the records with a torch.
Quickly now.
Mark controls the wrecking ball machine and destroys the front sign of the school. Ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la. Simpson's home, Bart's bedroom. Bart's still asleep in his bed, enjoying his dream. La 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 la. Homer Simpson walks in.
Wake up, boy.
Oh, I dreamt it was the last day of school.
Well, it is.
Bart looks at the calendar on the side table and sees that all of the days since June are checked off until a circle Friday, June 12th. How do I know this isn't some beautiful dream, too? Homer whacks Bart's head with a newspaper roll. Ow! No, a pinch is more traditional. Simpson kitchen day. The family, including Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie, sit at the table eating breakfast as all of them, except Marge, scarf down their food as loud chewing, slurping, and burping is heard. Marge takes a look at Camp Krusty print ad on the table.
Homer, you do remember your promise to the children.
Sure do. When you're 18, you're out the door.
No, Dad, when you promised to Bart and I got C averages, we could go to Camp Krusty. And with no false modesty, you're looking at one happy camper.
Yeah, well, just remember, when you see my report card, we got this whole new grading system this year. It now goes EBAC.
Now listen, boy, we have an understanding, and you better keep your end of it. I don't think I'd be any kind of father if I got D's, and I let you go to Camp Krusty.
But Dad...
Son, if you really want something in this life, you have to work for it. Now quiet, they're about to announce the lottery numbers.
17.
Don't!
32.
Don't!
5.
Don't!
8.
Woohoo!
47.
Go!
Springfield Elementary hallway. Students can decently clean out their lockers, dumping their junk out in the hallway, missing the waste baskets.
Attention, students. Please clear out your lockers into the waste baskets provided.
Bart is opening his locker by turning the lock. 36, 24, 26. As Bart opens his locker, we see that it was a figurative jungle with all sorts of junks inside as jungle drums and monkey hollers make heard. Now let's see what we got here. Bart starts tossing junk out of his locker. Ah, my gym shorts. Bart takes out his gym shorts and sees that they are flat, like cardboard. Bart beats it by whamming it on his locker. He then folds it like paper plane and flies it. Springfield Elementary, Miss Hoover's class. Miss Hoover, Lisa's teacher, hands out second grade class their report cards.
Here are your final report cards. I have nothing left to say to any of you, so if nobody minds, let's just quietly run the clock out.
Lisa scans her report card, notices all the A's. She has a B+ in one of her subjects. Oh no.
I've never gotten a B before. How could this have happened? I feel so dirty.
Lisa rubs the dirt off her arm.
The dirt's not coming off. Okay, calm down. This may be a little typo. Oh, Miss Hoover, there's a mistake on my report card. You gave me a B plus in conduct.
Now, Lisa, everyone deserves a blotch on their permanent record.
Perhaps I'm not making myself clear. I think you should reconsider.
Lisa's hand grapples Hoover's hand tightly.
Lisa, you're hurting me.
Springfield Elementary, Krabappel's classroom. Bart pacing from Krabappel's desk as she does grades. Miss Krabappel, in figuring out my final grades, I hope you know that all my textbooks are being returned in excellent condition, in some cases still in their original wrappings. Bart takes out a math textbook that's still in this plastic wrap.
Duly noted.
Also, I like to add that as I gaze upon your beauty, I've never seen an angel fly so low.
Forget it, short pants.
Krabappel hands Bart his report card as Bart has all D minuses. Miss Krabappel, if I don't get at least a C average, I can't go to Camp Krusty.
Have a delightful summer.
And a couple of rooms and offices in school. 5,
5, 4,
5, 4.
2.
Don't open your mouth.
Jimbo, Kowalski, and Carina are dunking their house in the toilet.
1.
Clock finally strikes 2 o'clock as we hear cheering. Students pour out the front doors as the school rushing to their summer lives, and a random teacher chases after them.
Wait! You didn't learn how World War II ended!
Students glance back at him. A beat.
We won!
His chair.
USA! USA!
Springfield Elementary, Skinner's office. Principal Skinner looks at the merry wild children outside.
I haven't seen such unfettered hurly-burly since the fall of Saigon.
Groundskeeper Willie approaches Skinner.
Well, William, another school year gone. Why?
And may I say a job well done, sir?
Well, back to work then. Make sure to give those toilets a good scrubbing. We want the old girls sparkling when I get back.
Skinner puts on a pair of shades and leaves.
Aye, sir. You silk-wearing buttercup.
School bus driving. In the bus, as Otto is driving, the students act wild while Bart and Lisa sit in their seats. All right, 3 whole months of videos and daytime TV. Meanwhile, Bart wears a magnifying glass on one of his eyes and changes D minuses to A pluses.
So, Bart, will you be joining me in the bucolic splendor of Camp Krusty?
You bet. Check out this hand. All aces. Bart shows Lisa his edited report card.
A plus? Oh, Bart, why didn't you at least forge plausible grades?
Oh. On a TV screen, Krusty the Clown is in an ad for Camp Krusty.
Hi, kids! only 1 week left to sign up for the bestest summer ever at Camp Krusty!
The dear Simpson living room day. Bart watches the ad with sadness and loss. Back on the TV screen, Krusty seems comedically trying to ride a squinting horse.
Hey, woo, ha, hey, oof, oof, ha!
Krusty gets off the horse.
Camp Krusty is built on an actual Indian burial ground. We got archery, wallet making, the whole Megillah. And for you fat kids, my exclusive program of diet and ridiculous and ridicule will really get results.
As Krusty's standing near a heavyset kid, the kid magically becomes clear wearing the same clothes, who's of course obviously a different kid. Krusty palms his cheek with shock. We then see Krusty around a campfire with some kids.
And the best part is, you come to Camp Krusty, you'll spend the summer with me, honest native.
Back to Bart. Bart looks at his report card. Well, there goes nothing. Simpson backyard, Homer's mowing the lawn carelessly as he mows up everything in his path. The lawnmower then gets caught in a pair of roller skates.
Oh, stupid roller skates.
Bart approaches Homer and hands him the report card. Well, Dad, here's my report card. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Homer examines the report card.
A plus? You don't think much of me, do you, boy?
No, sir.
You know, a D turns into a B so easily. You just got greedy.
So I won't get to go to camp?
Now, Bart, we made this deal because I thought it would help you get good grades, and you didn't. But why should you pay for my mistake?
You mean I could go?
Yeah, I didn't want you hanging around all summer anyway.
Oh, Dad, you're the best father a boy could ever have.
Thanks, son. Now you've got little hands. Can you reach under that mower and pull out that skate?
Bart reaches under the mower, and the engine suddenly starts making Bart jump back.
Never mind.
Simpson home, Bart's bedroom. Marge packs Bart's clothes in a suitcase. He comfortably lays on his bed.
Bart, where's your bathing suit?
I'm gonna swim naked.
Your what?
Sure, there'll be a couple of uptight counselors who won't take the Bart philosophy, but I feel the human body is a thing of beauty. Homer walks in only wearing a tidy whitey.
Marge, am I crazy or is my back getting hairier?
In Dr. Hibbert's office,
Before I go to camp, I'll need boosters for diseases such as malaria, German measles, encephalitis, Hansen's disease.
oh no, I'm afraid that we have here is an advanced case of hypochondria. There's only one known cure. A Wowie Pop.
Don't patronize me, doctor.
Simpson home dining room night. The Simpsons family sat at the dining room table to eat dinner.
Oh, it's our last family dinner for 6 weeks, but I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
The family, except for Marge, continue to chow down like pigs, making loud chewing, slurping, and snorting sounds. Marge breaks down in sobs.
Oh, I'm gonna miss this.
Homer snatches a full pickle from Bart's plate. Hey, hands off my pickle.
I didn't see your name on it, boy.
No, but...
Oh, yeah? Checkmate.
Always thinking 2 moves ahead. Parking lot in front of the camp bus. Families, including the Simpsons and Martin Prince's family, stand in the parking lot in front of the bus to say their goodbyes.
We'll see you when you get back from image enhancement camp.
Spare me your euphemisms. It's fat camp for daddy's chubby little secret.
You promised you wouldn't make a scene.
Marge smooches Bart on the cheeks loudly yet mumbling.
Mwah! Goodbye, my special little guy.
Turn to smooch Lisa on her cheeks.
Mwah, mwah. Lisa, watch out for poison ivy. Remember, leaves of 3s, leave it be.
Lisa 4, eat some more.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bart needs to step into the bus.
I'll rate you every day.
Don't look in my closet. In fact, stay out of my room altogether.
If the pets die, don't replace them. Oh no!
The bus drives off in the distance, a quiet beat. All of a sudden, all the parents on the street start cheering and celebrating by releasing confetti and popping champagne.
So long, don't come back.
Jerry, Camp Krusty. The camp bus drives into the entrance of the camp as the bridge it drives over completely collapses on a TV screen.
Hi, kids. Welcome to Camp Krusty.
Jerry, Camp Krusty outdoor report. There's a deal that Krusty's not actually there, but on a TV screen on a stage at camp doors, watch with confused bewilderment.
I'll see you in a few weeks. Until then, I'll turn things over to my bestest buddy in the whole wide world.
Mr. Black.
I would like you to treat
Mr. Black.
with the same respect you would treat me. Now here's
Mr. Black. Mr. Black, boring, bland-looking businessman dressed in a black coat, turns off the TV.
Thank you, Krusty. Afternoon, children. I am Mr. Black, your head counselor. For the past 15 years, I was president of Euro Krustyland until it blew up. I'll take any questions you might have.
Dozens of children in the audience raise their hands.
You, then one more.
Can we call you Uncle Blackie?
No, last question.
Bart stands up. When do we get to see Krusty?
He will be along eventually. In the meantime, our counselors Dolph, Jimbo, and Kearney will be happy to handle any problems you may have.
Yes, it's Springfield's Elementary's most notorious bullies, Dolph, Jimbo, and Kearney. Mr. Black walks off the stage. Soon after, a boy from the bullies coughs.
Looks like we got ourselves a troublemaker.
Kearney grabs the sick kid by his shirt collar and drags him away. Simpson home bathroom day. Marge is taking a shower in a bathroom stall as Homer sneaks up mischievously.
You can have the shower to yourself, homie. I'm finished.
Oh, no, you're not.
Homer sits in the shower with Marge and gives her a big smooch.
Oh.
Terry Craig, Camp Krusty Cabin Day.
Here's your cabin. If you don't like it, TS.
Kearney leads a group of children, including Bart and Lisa, into the cabin. A chicken flies out of the dilapidated cabin. Kearney shoves the kids into the cabin and locks them inside. The kids see how horrible and run down the cabin as a snake slivers by Lisa's feet.
This is a little more rustic than I expected.
I'm not worrying, Liz. You know why? Because of this. Bart wipes some dirt off on the wall to reveal a seal of Krusty's face on the wall. The Krusty Band seal of approval. We can only find on products that meet the high personal standards of Krusty the Clown. Krusty factory testing room. Krusty looks over a Krusty the Clown alarm clock with the Krusty seal on it. Krusty touches the clock and it shocks him.
Oops. I should have warned you. The clock becomes incredibly hot if you leave it plugged in.
That's okay. All this other stuff's fine.
Krusty points to a shelf with all sorts of broken and malfunctioning Krusty electronic merchandise.
All right, now I'm off to Wimbledon.
Camp Krusty campfire. Kids sit around the campfire roasting pine cones. Bored out of their minds, Bart turns to Dolph. Don't we ever get to roast marshmallows?
Shut up and eat your pine cone.
Kearney throws a large rubber tire on the campfire and proceeds to pour a bunch of gasoline on it, causing a huge explosion. Camp Krusty near the river. Kearney supervises a group of kids to swim in the creek, but the winds are rough and the streams in the creek move rather rapidly with sharp rocks all around. Lisa looks down the pier and sees a damaged, broken up boat.
Are you sure that's safe?
I ain't getting any safer.
Lisa attempts to climb into the boat as the water cuts the rope that ties the boat to the pier off, sending the boat rushing down the creek. Exterior Camp Krusty Chief Starving Bear Weight Loss Center. A drill sergeant is overseeing the heavy-set kids looking exhausted doing pull-ups. All right, you balls of pan drippings. I want to see Crisco coming out of those pores. We're not leaving until this Christmas ham gives me a pull-up. Camp Krusty Door Auditorium. The camp goers are on stage performing the Camp Krusty song as Dolph, Jimbo, and Kearney conducts. Hail to thee, Camp Krusty, by the shores of Big Snake Lake. Through your swings are rusty, we know they'll never break.
Louder, faster!
Montage see clips of kids having a miserable time at the camp as song continues to play. Lisa's about to eat a bowl of porridge when suddenly a frog jumps out of the porridge. From your gleaming mess hall to your hollow baseball field.
To your hollow baseball field.
Bart is running on the field trying to catch a baseball with a mitt, but falls into the hole. To your steak and salmon infirmary, where all our
the wounds are healed.
A rather haggard and masculine-looking nurse who is chain-smoking lights her match using a cast worn by a kid. Hail to thee, Camp Krusty, below Mount Avalanche.
Camp Krusty, below Mount Avalanche.
Bart, Lisa, and Milhouse are away from the avalanche and boulders down a hill. We will always love Camp Krusty.
Love Camp Krusty. A registered trademark of the Krusty Corporation.
The kids are choir are standing on collapse and they all tumble down. Camp Krusty Mess Hall. A slob of gruel is placed on Lisa's Krusty plate.
You're serving us gruel?
Not quite.
Dolph takes out a large bag that says Krusty Brand Imitation Gruel.
This is Krusty Brand imitation gruel. 9 out of 10 orphans can't tell the difference.
In the counselor's cabin, we see Mr. Black with Jimbo, Dolph, and Kearney as he smokes cigars and feasts on glorious real food.
You know, Mr. Black, another brandy.
Gentlemen, too evil.
Simpson home, Homer and Marge's bedroom night. Marge sits in bed waiting for Homer as they tend to have a very intimate night.
Marge, since the kids left, I've lost 5 pounds.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And look, new hair. I'm this close to having a comb over. Wow.
Marge begins to stare at his snuggle under the sheets. Camp Krusty cabin night. The kids, including Bart and Lisa, continue to suffer and shivered in their hammock bunks. Exhaling cold breath, Dolph and Jimbo open the doors to the cabin.
Lights out, losers.
Yeah, we're meeting some tail on the other side of the lake.
Two bullies laugh and lock the door behind them. Bart and Lisa lay in their happiness.
I feel like I'm gonna die, Bart.
We're all gonna die, Lise.
I meant soon.
So did I. Sarah Wimbledon tennis court. Krusty sits in the stands watching the tennis match and he enjoys himself a bowl of strawberries.
Strawberries. Oh, that's good. Hey, Lendl, choke, yeah.
Point and game, Becca, and the Harlequin in the third row, please keep his voice down.
Sorry, folks. Sorry, Your Majesty.
The kitchen. Bart drives a letter to Bart and Lisa.
Dear kids, I hope this letter finds you well. We are doing great. Your father is in the best shape he's ever been since, well, yeah, ever.
Homer does one-arm push-ups with Maggie on his back.
Size, strength, agility.
Krusty cabin. We see Simpson, someone reading a letter Marge sent Bart and Lisa and enjoying cookies sent along with it.
We miss you terribly. I hope these jelly bean cookies will tide you over until you get home.
It's revealed that Keagan is eating the cookies and reading the letter. He turns to Lisa sitting on her head.
Hey, Simpson, tell your mom her cookies sucked.
Keagan walks away as Lisa prepares to write a letter back.
Dear Mom and Dad, I no longer fear hell because I've been to Camp Krusty.
See various scenes of the kids being miserable at camp. Dolph leads a group of exhausted camps on a hike that seems more like a march.
Our nature hikes have become grim death marches.
Millhouse tumbles over in exhaustion during the hike. Kearney pokes at him with a stick.
The snake bit me. Back in line, maggot.
Later, we see in the cabin that the children are making wallets, much like a slave labor in a sweatshop, as Kearney pounds on drums.
Our arts and crafts center, in actuality, is a Dickinson workhouse.
Come on, wimps. These Gucci wallets have got to be on the streets of Hong Kong by Friday.
See Bart and Lisa's cabin. The children are shivering in their sheets, playing the blues on the harmonica, huddling around a small fire while Bart is in the corner, rocking back and forth, trying to hold on to any little amount of sanity.
Bart makes it through the days, relying on his unwavering belief that Krusty the Clown will come through.
Krusty is coming. Krusty is coming. Krusty is coming.
But I'm far more pessimistic.
Cloak Lisa hands a messenger on a horse to let her in exchange of a bottle of whiskey, a la Meryl Streep in The French Lieutenant's Woman.
I am not sure if this letter will reach you as our lines of communication have been cut.
Idiot. The horseman messenger rides off.
Now the effort of writing has made me lighthearted, so I close by saying, save us now! Bart and Lisa.
Jerry Simpson home, Homer and Marge's bedroom. Homer and Marge sit on the bed reading the letters.
Oh, kids' letters from camp.
Oh, she complains now, but when we go to pick her up, she won't want to leave.
Jerry Camp Krusty cabin. A violently windy and thunderous rainstorm bestows on the cabin as Bart and Lisa and the other kids hold on for dear life. Lisa, I've been thinking it over. Next summer, I'm getting a job. It's Jerry Simpson Bart backyard day. Homer and Marge enjoy a nice, quiet, and peaceful outdoor noon picnic in the backyard as Homer massages Marge's shoulders.
Oh, Homer, it's getting late. We'll miss the fireworks.
Marge, we've got all the fireworks we need right here.
Homer uncovers a basket full of fireworks. What, did you think he meant sex? All nasty. Need Jesus. It's your Camp Krusty Outdoor Auditorium. Mr. Black gets on stage in front of dozens of miserable and beaten down kids in the audience. Mr. Black.
Well, kids, I promised you a little treat in lieu of dinner. And here it is. The man who took an abandoned mule tannery and turned it into a summer wonderland. Mr. Krusty the Clown.
Bart turns to Millhouse and Lisa, raving like a madman. See? I told you Krusty would come. Just like I said. He's going to bring us food and water and smite our enemies. Out on stage comes Barney Gumble, dressed in a half-ass and as Brian Scott would say, broke-ass Krusty the Clown costume.
Now, I must tell you, kids, Krusty has laryngitis and a bad back, so he won't be saying anything or doing anything.
Krusty looks fat!
He's really having trouble keeping his balance.
He's still funny, but not ha-ha funny.
That's not Krusty the Clown. The campers gasp.
What? Do you think I slapped a clown suit on some wino?
Barney? Barney?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we want crunchy. We want crunchy.
All right, that's it. I've been scorched by Krusty before. I got a rapid heartbeat from his Krusty brand vitamins. My Krusty calculator didn't have a 7 or an 8. And Krusty's autobiography was self-serving and many glowing omissions. But this time, he's gone too far. We want Krusty. We want
Krusty. We want Krusty. We want Krusty.
I thought you said you broke
Yeah, we want crunchy.
I thought you said you broke their spirits.
We did.
Mr. Black bitch slaps Jimbo.
You broke nothing.
Let's get up. The kids cheer in approval.
To the hydrofoil.
We see the kids tearing up the camp and knocking over the totem pole. Bart then releases this heavy-set kiss from a padded metal gate with a tomahawk. My chunky brothers, gorge yourselves in the froth of freedom. It's in our mess hall kitchen. The heavy kids stick into the food found in the kitchen as Martin enjoys a large vat of gruel.
Sweet, nourishing gruel.
Camp Krusty. Lisa holds a bag of ported mail and throws them to the respective kids.
Kowalski! Wiggum!
A change of underwear!
Brownies!
Randall!
My insulin! Bart takes down a Camp Krusty flag from the floor and replaces it with a black flag that says Camp Bart with Bart's skull and crossbones.
Bart, you said you're gonna same camp as Camp, or you said you're gonna name it Camp Freedom.
And this has more to say. Interior Buckingham Palace throne room, the Queen of England is in the process of knighting Krusty.
I dub thee, son!
Urgent call from Mr. Clown.
Guard reaches the phone towards a bended Krusty.
This better be important. Holy Gavalt!
Simpson in the living room. Homer and Marge are doing meditating and doing yoga in front of the instructional video on TV. Just let your head flop back and forth, and your neck is a well-cooked piece of asparagus.
We interrupt Sir Didima Baradad's yoga party for the special bulletin, Crisis at Camp Krusty.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been to Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Iraq, and I can say without hyperbole that this is 1,000,000 times worse than all of them put together.
In the background was a group of kids dressed like they're in Lord of the Flies, burning a Krusty doll at stake. Burn, Krusty, burn! Burn, Krusty, burn!
Burn, Krusty, burn! Burn, Krusty, burn!
A group of school-age Spartacuses have taken this camp by force. 3 counselors are missing and presumed scared. What's that? I'm being told I have an exclusive interview with the ringleader.
Don't be the boy. Don't be the boy.
On TV, we see Brockman being led to the cabin to meet the chief, who in fact is the boy, Bart.
Don't!
Homer instantly loses the hair he's gained and gains back the weight he's lost. Oh, I just want the whole world to know that this is a really crappy camp. Can I say crappy on TV?
On this network, you can.
Camp Krusty. Krusty jumps off a helicopter on the campgrounds and is immediately greeted by reporters.
Is it true you attempted suicide when you heard the news?
Are you Princess Di just friends?
Oh, you people make me sick, you're vultures! Where were you when I sang at Barmaid? Out of my way, you parasites! I said out of my way!
Krusty punches down a cameraman. Sear Camp Krusty cabin.
I'm no fake, I'm the real Krusty!
Oh yeah? Who played your daughter on the short-lived sitcom President Clown?
I don't know her name, but she held up a liquor store last year.
I smell bacon. Let's see if he's wearing a wire. The kids start to huddle around Krusty and rip his clothes off.
Whoa, hey, not in the face!
A rip is heard, followed by gas from the children.
It is the real Krusty! Look at the pacemaker scar! The cattle skull birthmark! His famous superfluous nipple!
Lisa points out the markings on Krusty's bare chest.
Well, at least you're not as bad as Customs.
How could you, Krusty? I never lend my name to any inferior product. Krusty starts sobbing hysterically.
They drove a dump truck full of money to my house. It's not made of stone.
Krusty, this camp was a nightmare. They fed us gruel, forced to make water for export, and one of the cannibals was eaten by a bear.
Oh my God!
Well, actually, the bear just ate his hat.
Was it a nice hat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! Well, I'm gonna make it all up. I'm gonna make it up to all of you. I'm gonna show you kids the time of your life.
In the bus.
Get ready for 2 weeks at the happiest place on earth, kids. Tijuana!
The kids cheer as the bus enters Tijuana, Mexico. Great place for kids. We then see pictures of Krusty and the kids enjoying Tijuana, watching cockfights, Krusty getting drunk off tequila, Barney getting an I Caramba tattoo on his chest, the bus with the kids leaving Tijuana, and Krusty chasing after it. Laid out. All right. All right. Marge versus the Monorail, written by Conan O'Brien. Interior power plant. The Flintstones theme starts playing as Homer Simpson exits work Fred Flintstone style by sliding down a pipe like the Brontosaurus tail.
Yabba dabba
Homer crashes the window of
doo!
his car and drives off. In the car, Homer's driving.
Simpson, Homer Simpson, he's the greatest guy in history. From the town of Springfield, he's about to hit a chestnut tree.
Homer's car does the back of the chestnut tree. Power plant, Carl and Lenny steal a toxic waste bag. Steal a toxic.
What do they do with these after we steal them?
I hear they abandon them in an abandoned shock mine and cover them with cement.
I hear we're sending them to one of those southern states where the governor's a crook.
Either way, I'm sleeping good tonight.
Carl and Lenny high-five and leave. Then Beverly Hills Cop-like music plays, and Montgomery Burns and Sniver sneak the bat out of the plant.
Oh, sir, shall we dump this batch to the playground?
No. All those bold children are arousing suspicion. To the park. Egg Park night. Burns and Sniver try to hide the bat in the same tree Homer made a hole in.
I think it's full, sir.
That's ridiculous. The last tree held 9 drums. The last tree that Burns and Sniver's held the toxic bat starts to grow tentacles. A squirrel comes out of the tree only with bright, young, glowing green eyes. The squirrel spots an acorn, uses his heat vision to burn it off the branch and proceeds the cat to swallow it with an elongated tongue. Burns and Smithers continue to hide the toxic waste until bright headlights shine on them. Dudes in trench coats and fedoras surround them.
Agent Malone, Environmental Protection Agency. Some Boy Scouts stumble upon your little game of hide the ooze.
In the courthouse, Burns is wheeled in by a police officer and is strapped into one of those sit-up tables with a guard over his mouth, much like Hannibal Lecter.
Mr. Burns, in light of your unbelievable contempt for human life, this court fines you $3 million.
Smithers, my wallet, my right front pocket. Smithers opens Burns' wallet, takes out a crap ton wad of cash, and places it on the dirty desk. Oh, and I'll take that statue of justice too.
Sold.
Simpson's kitchen. Homer's reading a newspaper with a front headline that says Burns pays to be $3 million.
Oh, handicap, you wife-beating drunk.
Marge leaves to take a look at the newspaper.
Ooh, there's going to be a town meeting to decide how to spend Mr. Burns' money.
Oh, what a boon it could be for our underfunded public schools.
It's all Lisa's daydream in Miss Hoover's classroom.
Children, it's time for a history lesson. Put on your virtual reality helmets.
Lisa puts on a virtual reality helmet that takes her to a battle in Mongolia 1208.
Excellent. Hello, Lisa. I'm Genghis Khan. You'll go where I go, defile what I defile, eat who I eat.
It's all from Lisa's daydream. Come on, Lisa. We both know how this money should, nay, must be spent. It's all from Bart's daydream. Bart is seen controlling an army of giant mechanical ants to devour and destroy Springfield Elementary. One hand crawls out with Principal Seymour Skinner in his pincers.
Bart, we'll do anything you want. Just call off your giant mechanical ants.
The ants then snap its pincers and then cut Skinner in half.
Whoa!
It's all from Bart's daydream. Bart gets an evil laugh.
Well, I think we should spend the money on something the whole town can be proud of.
Like a giant billboard that says no fat chicks?
No.
Here's Springfield Town Hall. Springfield citizens pack out the town hall for the meeting. The Simpson family sit together.
Oh, it looks like everyone in Springfield showed up for this.
Here's Springfield Suburban Street. Alarms go off as a bunch of crooks, including Snake, loot the neighborhood houses.
Ha! Could this town be any stupider?
The Springfield Town Hall. Mayor Quimby is at the podium.
Order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Get to the money.
In a moment. First, let's review the minutes from our last meeting.
Get to the money.
Get to the money!
Get to the money!
Very well. We will now hear suggestions for the disbursement of the $2 million.
Don't you mean 3 million?
Quimby looks nervous for a beat.
Of course. How silly of me.
Excuse me. Could we use the money to hire firemen to finally put out the blaze on the east side of town?
Boring.
This person ends up wearing a very unconvincing fake mustache. Hello, my name is Mr. Scrub. And I come from someplace far away. Yes, that'll do. Anyway. What's this now? I need to open that.
There he is.
Curtis.
All right. Sorry about that, everyone.
Not your fault, technology.
Hello, my name is Mr. Scrub, and I come from someplace far away. Yes, that'll do. Anyway, I say invest that money back into nuclear plants. Smithers is next to Burton's.
I like the way it Scrubs thinks.
The crowd isn't by it and are about to pounce Burns. Then Smithers takes out a grappling gun and shoots through the top opening of the town hall, escaping with Burns Batman style. Pardon me, but I'd like to see this money spent on more police officers. No, Apu, no. I have been shot 8 times this year, and as a result, I almost missed work.
Hey, baby.
My name is Marge Simpson, and I have an idea. It may sound a little boring at first.
That way, I'll just amuse myself with some pornographic playing cards.
Oh, well, surely you've all noticed the terrible condition Main Street is in.
Resolve the Main Street. We said that Main Street is broken up, looking dry street with cracks and potholes.
Many of us have destroyed it by leaving winter chains on our tires and carrying too much weight.
Homer seen driving with a huge-ass piano strapped to the top of his car. This causes the wheels to dig up the pavement on the street.
Woo! Look at that pavement fly.
And those potholes are becoming a real nuisance.
A popcorn truck drives down the street until it falls into a large pothole. The truck explodes and all the kernel pops into popcorn. It's all back to town hall.
Now, hold on just 1 minute. Sure, we could fix up Main Street. We could put all our eggs in one basket.
The crowd in town hall cheers. Yeah!
Shut up! I wasn't done yet. I'm just saying we could blow all our money on a stupid little street, but...
Crowd cheers once more to hold up Abraham's celebration.
Yeah! Yeah! I ain't first. I'm again it.
Main Street.
All those in favor of Grandpa Simpson's plan to rebuild Main Street, please.
Suddenly, a whistle is heard.
Please,
Back in town spots a mysterious man, Lyle Lanley, dressed with a red coat and a barbershop quartet hat, leaning against his suitcase. Sorry, I lost this. Just hold on a second. Just lost my place. Lyle dressed in a red coat and a barbecue quartet hat, leaning against his truck suitcase. Think of like Professor Harold Hill from the Music Man. You know, the town with money is like a mule with a spinning wheel. No one knows how he got it, and dang if he knows how to use it. The crowd giggles at this honestly weird joke.
Mule.
My name is Lanley. Lyle Lanley, and I come for you good people tonight with an idea, probably the greatest. It's not for you. It's more of a Shelbyville idea.
Ooh.
No, wait just a minute. We're twice as smart as the people in Shelbyville. Just tell us your idea and we'll vote for it.
All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you my idea. I give you the Springfield monorail. Lyle covers a model of Springfield with a monorail track around it. The crowd gasps with awe.
Ooh.
I saw monorails at Brockway, Ogdenville, North Haverbrook, and by gum, it put them on the map. Well, sir, there's nothing on earth like a genuine bona fide electrified car monorail. What I say? What I say, Flanders?
Monorail.
What's it called?
Monorail.
That's right, monorail. Well, I guess some station, the town hall breaks into song.
Monorail.
Monorail.
I hear those things are awful loud.
It glides as softly as a cloud. Is there a chance to track a bend? On your life, my Hindu friend.
What about us spring-dead slobs?
You'll be given cushy jobs.
Were you sent here by the devil?
No good, sir. I'm on the level.
The ring came off my pudding can.
Take my penknife, my good man. I swear it's Springfield's only choice. Throw up your hands and raise your voice. Monorail. What's it called? Monorail. Once again,
Monorail. But Main Street's still cracked and broken.
Sorry, mob. The mob has spoken. Monorail.
Monorail.
Simpson car drive tonight. Simpson seems to be driving over the torn up Main Street as the car drives over potholes.
Monorail.
I still think we should have spent that money to fix Main Street.
Well, you should have written a song like that guy.
Marge grumbles and Marge Simpson. Simpson Springfield Elementary, Miss Hoover's class.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Lanley. I'm Miss Hoover.
Miss Hoover? That is hard to believe.
Oh, you.
Now I'm here to answer any questions you children may have about the monorail.
Me. Can it outrun the Flash?
You bet.
Can Superman outrun the Flash?
Sure. Why not? Hello, little girl. Wondering if your dolly can run the monorail for free?
Hardly. I'd like to explain why we should build a mass transit system in a small town with a centralized population.
Young lady, that's the most intelligent question I've ever been asked.
Really?
Oh, I could give you an answer, but the only one who's understand it would be you and me, and that includes your teacher. Lisa giggles. Next question. You there, eating the paste. Simpson living room. On a TV screen, we see an ad for Truckosaurus the movie.
Coming soon, it's Truckosaurus the movie. Sorry, Marlon Brando as the voice of John Truckosaurus.
You crazy con. I don't know whether to eat you or kiss you.
Celebrity voice impersonated.
Homer is switching the channel. Are you stuck in a dead-end job?
Maybe.
Are you squandering the precious gifts of life from the idiot box?
What's it to you?
Are you on your third beer of the evening?
Does whiskey count as beer?
Well, maybe it's time you join the exciting field of the monorail conducting by enrolling at the Lanley Institute. A photo shows of a corporate building on the screen. Actual institute made on that photo.
Marge, I want to be a monorail conductor.
Homer, no.
It's my life.
Baseball game, and you did it last.
No.
And the headline said, oh,
Paper clipping framed on the wall over here.
I just realized what happened.
Oh, he moved. He's moving.
This is where we see the computer fly out the window.
As long as we fly out with it.
Curtis, can you hear us?
There he is.
Yep. You live.
Yay!
Yeah.
Here too soon.
Technology sucks.
Can you hear us, Curtis?
Huh?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
I hear
Please
you.
name
Yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
Not your
Okay.
fault.
Yeah, my. Okay, let's skip through this. Let's have fun. Skip through this. All right, where were we at?
I was running naked through a baseball field.
Okay, thank you.
You were half naked, thank you very much.
Half naked, I'm sorry.
Sober.
You're a father.
All right. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. All right. Lanley Institute of Monorail Conducting. Good evening. Before we begin, is anyone here an investigative report?
I am and she is.
Well, I'd like you to please leave.
Should we take our hidden camera?
Would you?
Let's go, Phil.
Phil the cameraman is wearing a turban. He takes it off to reveal a huge camera strapped to his head and leaves. Simpson dining room night. Bart is helping Homer study for a monorail conducting test. True or false? You get mono for money riding the monorail.
False. No. Wait, maybe it's true.
No, you're right. It's false. Wow. You really are going to be a monorail conductor.
That's right, boy.
You know, I used to think you were stuck in an emasculating go-nowhere job.
Kids.
But now I want to follow you into your footsteps.
You want to change your name to Homer Jr.? The kids can call you Hoju.
I'll get back to you. Monorail construction site day. Barney seems to be one of the construction workers building the monorail track.
Come on, keep it coming.
A crane is placing the front car of the monorail on the track as Homer and Bart watch from the hill.
Over.
Barney turns and sees Homer on the hill.
Hi, Homer.
As Barney waves his hands, the crane drops the monorail car on a house, smashing it to pieces.
Oh, I hate that sound.
Simpson house, Homer and Marge's bedroom. Homer and Marge are in bed for the night as Marge reads a monorail conducting handbook.
According to this book, the monorail goes over 150 miles an hour. What if something goes wrong?
What if I'm taking a shower and I slip on a bar of soap? Oh my God, I'd be killed.
It frightens me that you want to work on something that's so
We
unsafe.
monorail conductors are a crazy breed. Half in love with death, gobbling up danger like ordinary men eat peanuts. Am I turning on you? Am I turning you on? Am I turning you on?
No.
What if I undo this button?
Good night, Homer.
What if I talk like this?
Bart turns off the lights.
What if I sing to you? I gave my love a chicken that had no bone. Chicken.
Lyle is the monorail conducting. Lyle is teaching his class. So then, mono means one, and rail means rail, and that includes our intensive 3-week course. Lyle prepares to leave. Hey, wait, man! Who gets to be conductor? Oh, right, that. Well, I've been monitoring your progress closely, but this gentleman here clearly stands out above the rest. Lyle says this as he looks over drawings in his notebook of how he will fleet to Tahiti with the money spent on the monorail.
Who, me?
Yeah, sure.
Woohoo!
On TV screen.
After an exhaustive search, Springfield has found its monorail conductor, Homer Simpson.
See a picture of Homer on the screen with a huge stack of cigarettes jammed in his mouth. Monorail car night. Homer shows his family around the monorail car.
This is my snack holder where I put my beverage, or, if you will, cupcake.
Wow, Dad, you really know your monorails. Marge opens a fire extinguisher cabinet and finds a family of possums. The babies are all nursing from their mother. They all hiss at Marge.
Homer, there's a family of possums in here.
I called a big one Bitey.
I'm going to see Mr. Lanley.
Outside Lyle's trailer, Marge is knocking on the door of Lyle's office trailer.
Mr. Lanley! Mr. Lanley!
Marge opens the door and steps inside. Lyle's trailer, Marge finds a notebook on Lyle's desk. She opens it and finds a kindergarten drawing with Lyle running away with all the money as the monorail burns and collapses passengers on board. Marge gasps. A hand is snatched the book from Marge. It's Lyle. How much did you say?
Nothing incriminating.
A beat. Lyle's face changes from threatening to peppy again. Good.
Well, bye.
Marge scurries off. I don't know why I leave this lying around. Marge's car driving as a nervous Marge starts to go over what Lyle had said in the past about the monorail as voices are heard in her head. I saw monorails at Broadway, Ogdenville, and North Haverbrook. Is there a chance of Druck to bed?
Yeah, I called a big one Bitey.
The same words would play in her head again. I saw monorails at Broadway, Ogdenville, and North Haverbrook. Is there a chance of Druck to bend?
I called a big one Bitey.
Marge drives into North Haverbrook. The sign outside says North Haverbrook where the monorail is king. North Haverbrook Street, Marge steps out of her car and walks down the street into the city. North Haverbrook is desolate, run down, and somewhat abandoned place. Marge passes by a house and an old lady sitting on the front porch of her house in a rocking chair. She cackles like a witch. Marge is now somewhere at a food stop where she questions the lady at the counter, who looks somewhat troubled with bags under her eyes.
Go away, there ain't no monorail, and there never was.
She shuts the window on Marge. Suddenly, a sinister shadow creeps up to Marge. She turns around and sees a strange man, Sebastian Cobb, with sunglasses, with a wild haircut, and a lab coat, reaching for her. Marge screams at the top of her lungs.
Ah!
Excuse me, miss. You asked about the monorail?
Who are you?
My name is Sebastian Cobb. Lanley hired me to build this monorail. He cut corners everywhere. Bad wiring, faulty brakes, and the celebrity on the maiden voyage was Gallagher.
Sebastian takes Marge to the side of an accident of North Haverbrook's monorail.
This is all that's left of one of the crappiest trains ever built.
Mr. Cobb, what can we do?
You just better have a damn good conductor.
Springfield monorail, while Homer's trying to open the door to the monorail car with a wire hanger as Bart and Lisa watch.
I left my keys in there. Get a rock.
Springfield monorail station, the grand opening and maiden voyage of the Springfield monorail is underway as limousines park near a red carpet leading to the monorail station.
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing brings out the stars like the maiden voyage of a monorail. Everyone's here, from recently outed leading man Dash Calhoun to Krusty the Clown.
Krusty the Clown steps out of a limo as he greets the fans outside, red carpet.
Hey, hey!
A random mother with a baby that looks oddly like Krusty walks up to him. Krusty, why won't you answer my calls? You've never seen our son. The baby bows, sounding a lot like Krusty.
Here's one of those lovable high schoolers from TV's Springfield Heights 90210. He's cool, he's sexy, he's 34 years old. Let's hear it for Kyle Darren.
As a youth looking after grins, his age wrinkles appear.
And here's country singing sensation Lurleen Lumpkin, fresh from her stint at the Betty Ford Clinic.
A tired, messy, not sober like Lurleen steps up to Kent.
What have you been up to, Lurleen?
I spent last night in a ditch.
How about that, folks?
Outside the monorail, Mayor Quimby speaks at a podium to a crowd with Homer and Leonard Nimoy to his left and right, respectively.
Now I'd like to turn things over to our Grand Marshal, Mr. Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy steps up to the mic.
Leonard.
I'd say this vessel could do at least warp 5.
Crowd chuckles. Quimby steals the mic.
And let me say, may the force be with you.
A beat. Nimoy stares daggers at Quimby.
You even know who I am.
I think I do. Weren't you one of the little rascals?
Exterior outside a motel, Lyle is getting into a cab with tons of cash looking out of his briefcase. Lisa calls out to him from a railing above.
Mr. Lanley, aren't you gonna ride the monorail?
Little lady, I love to, but I have to catch a plane.
But the ride only takes a minute.
Yeah, well, my plane leaves less than 1 minute. Lyle gets in the cab and drives off. Now monorail passengers are boarding the monorail in front car, forward turns on the engines as far as with them.
All aboard.
So what looks at the golden seat? In the mechanics of the monorail, the airs come off, electrical risers snap, and the conveyor belt lets loose. Springfield Street, as the monorail speeds on the track, Marge and Sebastian pull up and get out of the car. Sebastian seems to have a rocking haircut.
We're
I
too
shouldn't have
late.
stopped for that haircut. Sorry.
Monorail cars, passengers are tweaking, dancing, and chatting as jazz lounge music plays. Learning more, see popular patron at the bar.
Actually, you see, the doors on Star Trek were not mechanical. We had stage approach.
Uh-huh. Monorail car.
Stick your head out the window, boy. It's the greatest.
What is this guy? Yeehaw! An electrical pole as he ducks his head inside again. Somebody watch her. The last fire in the monorail breaks, setting the front engines on fire. Both Homer and Bart scream in terror. The monorail starts to get out of control. Sticker on the front car that says, "Screw the monorail, please off." Another sticker that says, "Roll scare 1964." Tear monorail front car. Homer desperately pulls down the brakes. Can't you stop it, Dad?
I'm trying my best.
And an answering machine tone rings on the PA.
The lever you are trying to pull, brakes, is not in service. Please make a note of it.
Mark and Sebastian are near the rail track.
How fast are they going?
Rail speed, as Homer starts leaving.
Well, judging by your husband's cowardly scream, 180 miles an hour.
Again, at Homer screams. There's a control tower. Two buildings watching from the control tower. The monorail speeding through Springfield.
It's making me dizzy. I'm gonna take a nap.
All right, I'm in charge here.
Oh, run along, Quimby. I think we're dedicating a phone booth to somewhere.
Watch it. You talking tub of donut batter?
Hey, I got pictures of you, Quimby.
You don't scare me. That could be anyone's ass. Now beat it. I'm calling the shots.
I think that sash is cutting off the air to your brain. The town charter says that in an emergency, I run the show.
Well, we'll just see about that. Let's go to town hall.
Fine. Should we take one car or should I follow?
Town hall office, through the window of the office, we see the monorail zoom by and people screaming. Wiggum and Quimby meanwhile look over a document.
Hey, according to the charter as chief constable, I'm supposed to get a pig every month. And 2 glasses of virtue, true.
Keep the pig. How many broads do I get?
Hey, let go. You're ripping it.
No, you are.
No, you are.
Let that go. That's the charter.
Control tower day, 2 operators sit at the control panel.
Wait a minute. We can just shut off the power.
No such luck. It's solar powered.
Solar power. When will people learn?
Then an eclipse happens over the sun. Monorail car day.
Ah, a solar eclipse. The cosmic ballet goes on.
The same bar patron from before is sitting next to Nimoy. Just anyone want to switch seats? Because of the eclipse, the solar-powered monorail slows down and stops. The passengers in the car start to chair. Homer sighs with relief.
I did it.
The eclipse ends and the sun shines on Springfield again. The monorail speeds out of control again as Homer yells. Lyle Lanley is sitting on the flight with a briefcase of money on his lap.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Our non-stop flight to Tahiti will be making a brief layover in North Haverbrook.
North Haverbrook. Where have I heard that name before? Oh no. Oh no! North Haverbrook Day. North Haverbrook citizens watch as Lyle's plane lands with clubs and pitchforks. There he is! C3F! An angry mob of North Haverbrook citizens rushes to the aircraft and hear Lanley grunting with pain. Somewhere in Springfield, the monorail continues to speed out of control. Monorail day, Krusty begins to bang on the windows.
Krusty, watch out!
Krusty opens the door, and as he's about to jump off, Leonard Nimoy snatches and pulls him back in.
No, the world needs laughter.
Monorail for a car.
Are we gonna die, son?
Yeah, but at least we'll take a lot of innocent people with us.
Homer? Homer!
Yellow?
Cut between monorail car and the control tower.
Homer, there's a man here who thinks he can help you.
You Batman?
No, he's a scientist.
Batman's a scientist?
It's not Batman!
Sebastian Cobb takes the PA system.
I think I have a way to stop the train. You need to find an anchor of some sort.
Homer thinks for a bit, spots Bart, and imagines him as an anchor. Think harder, Homer. Homer thinks again for a beat. He gasps and he's got an idea. Homer goes into the passenger car and spots a cowboy twirling a lasso. Homer takes the lasso.
I'll take that.
Homer goes back in front of the car, opens the window, and pulls off the neon M in front of the monorail car. He ties it to the lasso rope and lets it down, hitting the pavement like an anchor. Homer sighs with relief. Dad? Homer turns to Bart and sees the upper end of the rope is loose, not tied to anything. Homer screams as he ties it to a railing in the car. The M anchored rips through the pavement on the street and eventually cutting down what seems to be the oldest tree in Springfield. The tree topples over, smashes, and explodes a wooden cottage that is the birthplace of Jebediah Springfield. Cut to Dr. Hibbert's office. Dr. Hibbert talks to a pair of Siamese twins. Now, separating Siamese twins is a long and costly procedure. The M rips through the twins, separating them. They high-five. Outside Springfield, in front of the ye old anchor shop, the sea captain steps out as we see the M rip through the sidewalk. Arr, you call that an anchor? The M anchor comes around the donut shop and latches itself to the giant model donut on top. This stops and breaks the monorail. Homer stops, then looks out the window, seeing the anchor attached to the donut.
Donuts. Is there anything they can't do?
Dad, you're a hero.
Yes, son, I'm the best mono thingy guy there ever was.
People outside chairs, the passengers get out of the monorail, sliding down inflatable slides.
Well, my work here is done.
What do you mean your work is done? You didn't do anything.
Didn't I?
Nimoy's particles start to dissolve as he was being beamed up, just like in Star Trek.
And that was the only folly the people of Springfield ever embarked upon, except for the popsicle stick skyscraper, and the 50-foot magnifying glass, and that escalator to nowhere.
People ride up an escalator, leaving nowhere as they fall out. Cut to black. The end.
Oh my God!
We did it. We made it through.
Got like 30 seasons of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you all later till the next screenplay reading.